Hi, my dear friends. Welcome. What I like is, I like to talk about life. So to me, hugs is all about life. And it's all about real life. We're not talking about some theory. No, we're talking life. What's in our life? What's in our everybody's life? Stress. Are you experiencing stress? And I'm sorry, if you're telling me no, are you honest with me? Or are you honest with yourself? Stress. From a cellular perspective, what is stress for me? Stress is attached to a hormone, which is called cortisol. We make this cortisol in our adrenals. And when we go through chronic stress, I'm sure many of you heard of a concept of, oh, my adrenals are exhausted. But we need to understand that what is about hormones? Hormones are participating in every cell function. So when there is a hormonal disbalance or when there is stress, don't kid yourself, every cell in your body is affected. So what is so important about stress? And you know, when people tell you, stay away from stress or something, I'm sorry, can you avoid this? Can you predict this? No, you can't. There's something in our life that is we need to deal with this. But sometimes you just can't. Because this is the situation you're in. So the only thing I need to deal is, I can't run away from stress. I need to create strategies. I need to create my cellular health preservation tactics. So now, what happened with stress and that high cortisol? Well, when that stress happens and the adrenals want the most money, there is a centralization of body activity. So there are some organs that are going to be deprived, simply deprived from nutrients and from per se blood. Guess what system is deprived? You guessed it. It's an immune system. So why is it so important to keep your strategies or to keep your, to keep your cellular health with simple methods like we talk right now, like foods, like exercise, like meditation, like yoga? Because that you can do. Stress, you cannot avoid. You're going to live with this. This is life. So when there is too much cortisol and too much stress, and the immune system is in jeopardy, I want to preserve my cells. So what do I do? Absolutely. Now, per se, we're going to talk about, we already mentioned membrane, cell membrane. Preserve that cell membrane. I know that I have to eat right. However, guys, whenever we stressed, what happened to us? Comfort food happens to us. And for a lot of us, comfort food is, it's either sweet food or it's a salty food, or it's a sweet and salty food that comes in the box of a crunchy sweet and salty foods. So we need to talk about it. So now at least I know about my vitamin D. Well, I know about my fish oils. Okay, this is covered. I understand the comfort foods. What I am creating is, I am creating my own list of comfort foods. I know that we need to comfort us, but let's comfort us with something that is healthy comfort foods. So, okay, let's talk maybe next, in the next segment, about chocolate. Because obviously chocolate is my comfort food. So, okay, foods. We're going to discover foods. Now, cell stress. So, okay, you're depriving your immune cells from some blood supply. So let's try to boost the cellular machinery. Let's try to boost that integrity. So let's try to talk about, okay, I am not going to avoid it because nobody talks about cytoplasm. Nobody talks about cellular milieu. Nobody talks about cellular soup. That pool where the organelles are floating. And that pool is that interconnection. That's where the relations happen. That's where the mitochondria from cytoplasm, from the cellular medium or the cellular soup talks to the nucleus, or it talks to the cellular membrane, or it converts the cell converts some stuff into our garbage containers, the lysosomes. So again, everything, with this stress, what can we control? The foods. Or we know that the cell is suffering in the stress, in that outside stress of life, cell stress, free radicals. We all know free radicals are negated by antioxidants. We all know that. So let's start finding those antioxidants. Let's start finding and bringing antioxidants to our comfort food. Let's talk about this. Because now, if we start dealing with that stress, we are going to clean the cellular soup, the medium. We are going to improve the intertalk or the crosstalk between elements. And of course, the worst part of the stress is the impact on your mitochondria, because that's your energy, and the impact on your genes, on your DNA. Because what is your genes? What are your genes and your DNA? That's the signal. That's a signal for us to make more cells. You do not want the bad signal. You do not want the confused signal of replicating wrong cells. So how do we deal with stress? Please join me in the next segment.